So they've just tell us a little bit about, you know, what people could be doing. Like if they're feeling stuck, I know that you talked about the removal of energy actually helps people move forward, but, you know, what could they be doing, you know, regularly to help them, you know, remove like stuff that they could be doing at home to remove blocks or to clear negative energy?
There are so many things you can be doing, but we really do need to start doing some energy techniques, you know, and energy clearing ourselves. We should be doing that like we clean our teeth every day. At the end of the day, like if you shower at the end of the day, you could be doing something as simple as the water's hitting you, saying, I release all negative energy from my day. I release all old beliefs, all old fears, and just imagine that they're going down the drain. These things are so powerful when we, you know, connect visualization to our energy. It's really powerful. Another thing is just bringing through like golden energy into our body, like an energy shower. Imagine like the warm sun on you. It's just coming through your body, and you could say, you know, remove all of those negative energies, those fears, those doubts, whatever it is you're going through. Just ask to release them and fill you up with uplifting energy and love. Like it can be that simple. If you're in a physical space where, you know, maybe you're at home and you've been around a lot of negative people, you can literally do a physical sweep like this on your energy field, just like going around your body and sweeping it and just saying, I sweep away all of that negative energy and all of those, you know, negative thoughts that are being projected to me or whatever, and just clear it. Another really powerful process for actually removing blocks is to do the old write on the paper. You know, right, like I have a fear of this, or I can't seem to, you know, create money and I've got a real block around that. So you just write it on a piece of paper and put it in like a little fire, or, you know, burn it in some way, and just say, as this burns, I release it. It doesn't affect me anymore. So these are really simple things that you can be doing regularly as much as you need it. And we really need to be doing that energy sweep, like, you know, the energy shower and that sort of thing every day, especially if you're connecting to lots of people. We're taking on everyone else's stuff. And we don't want to be doing that, because it really can affect our creativity, our money flow, our health, everything. So you want to be doing that every single day. And then you can do the block technique whenever you need it. Like I call it the golden flame, and you just, you know, put those pieces of paper in there and burn it. And if you don't want to do that, you can just visualize it. You can visualize writing it down and just imagine it burning into a golden flame. Yeah.
So, you know, the women in here, I mean, this group is called the 30-day shift, with a view of creating that shift wherever they want it in their life. And so what would you recommend, obviously energetically and in any sort of way, for someone to create a shift, like to help them along? Is there any technique that you would recommend outside of what we just talked about at home, but is there any one that is really, really powerful that'll really help them to just connect with what it is that they want to do and be able to move forward?
You know, the best thing is to start talking to your team, start speaking to your spirit team. We all have a spirit team, and we need time to connect to that. You know, like every morning, even if you feel like you're crazy or you can't hear anything or whatever, like they're listening. They are listening all the time. And we live in a free will environment here on the planet Earth, and they can't always just step in and take over, you know, and they're in spirit form. They need our permission. And we need to start giving permission for them to help us too. So, you know, really connecting in with them every day and talking to them, telling them like, I've got this fear, or I've just got this anxiety, or, you know, I'm really struggling with knowing what to do, like what my purpose is or what my passion is, and really connecting into your heart, connecting into your higher self, having just a conversation like you would with a girlfriend or something like that, or your mum, and just having that conversation and opening up that channel. And if you did that like every single day for 2 to 6 weeks, guaranteed you will start knowing. You will just start getting these ideas. You will start getting these little, you know, synchronicities that you're going, oh my God, like I'm seeing this over and over and over again. This is the message for me. So at first you'll start and you'll probably think nothing's happening, or I don't know, just go about your day, but keep every day go, okay, if it's 7 o'clock in the morning, I'm checking in. And you can say, hey guys, I'm just checking in. I still don't know what I'm here to do. I'm still feeling this and this and this. And can you help me with this or this or this? And they'll do that. And you'll start creating that connection, which builds your vibration and your energy. And you'll start knowing what you're here to do, because you really need to be following your heart with what you're here to do. You know, creating structure is probably one of the best bit of advice I can give anyone, is creating structure in your life and business. Routines and ceremony and, you know, that sort of, it creates not only great habits and focus and clarity, but that's when we really step into our power, when we're saying, I claim this time and this moment for myself, or I'm going to structure my life in this way and have strong boundaries, or whatever it is. You know, we can, you know, I have this saying that we can, like, fear can be a powerful motivator, or it can be your biggest excuse, you know. And I've always been afraid my entire life of everything, but I've chosen to, you know, never let it stop me, never let fear stop me. So create the processes, create the structure that you need, get into the habits, form those habits, start connecting to your energetic self, to your guides, to your team, and they will guide you. They'll give you signs and messages, as you know, you get them all the time, and you'll start to know, you know, what you're really here. Look, let me just tell you that one of the biggest reasons people don't know what they're here to do is because they're in their heads. Okay, they're in their head. They're trying to think it out. They're trying to get their brain to go, oh, what, you know, like it's a mathematical equation. It's like, no, we don't think of our purpose. We feel our purpose. And so it has to come from our heart. It has to come from connection to our higher self. And you're never going to be able to think it. You'll sit there for the rest of your life till you're a skeleton on a rocking chair thinking about what you're meant to do. It's not going to happen. Okay, so you've got to.
It's funny how you say, you know, because that was going to be one of my questions, is like, how do you know? Like, I know what my mission is. You know, like, I've discovered it this year, my mission, right?
Mm-hmm.
But how do people figure it out? Like, what is it? Is it a place of trial and error? Is it through journaling? Like, is there anything spiritually or energetically that people can tap into so they can try and figure it out?
Absolutely. And I think it really is a personal thing. Some people love journaling, you know, they really do, and they get a lot of value out of that. And really, journaling is automatic writing, which people don't realize. Like, you're connecting to divine, and it's bringing through information to you, and your words are flowing on the page. So really see that as like sacred writing. It's, you know, even if it looks like a bunch of ramblings. And, you know, that is something that's really powerful, but everyone is different, you know. And I think if one question you can ask yourself is like, what is my big why? Like, why do I want to get up in the morning? Like, why, you know, do I want to do what I'm doing? Or why is it so important to me that I do something that I'm passionate about? Like, when we ask ourselves that big why, it helps us to sort of evolve what we're here to do. And it will evolve. Your mission will evolve. Like, where it starts may be really small, and that's okay. You know, your mission could be, I want to make $500 a week so I can, you know, buy my kids new shoes, and I can give $20 a month to my favorite charity. And that, what a great mission. You know, it doesn't have to be, I need to save the world and, you know, make clean drinking water for everyone in the whole world, whatever. Like, that's a great mission, but it doesn't have to start there. You know, just by starting with really, like, I call like small missions, our mission will grow, because we have that, we're giving purpose to our life. Instead of trying to find our purpose, we're giving purpose. We're giving meaning to our lives by saying, this is what I want to do. This is the type of person I want to be. This is the energy I want to share. You know, and by just doing that, you're going to know what you're here to do, instead of trying to sit there and figure it out. Okay.
Wow, that's powerful stuff.
Yeah.
And, you know, like, for me, I like getting into the whole quantum physics kind of things. And I know there might be a few people in here that will really, I mean, because I know you love it, but I never really discovered quantum until I think around about August, September of last year. And now it's like so true. Like absolutely everything that we focus on and we give energy to is what really presents in your life. Can you tap into, because I know this is more going into the field of work that you're now going into, is like quantum and how quantum physics and how, you know, I don't even know what the correct phrase is, like going quantum or being quantum. Like how does one transition and how do you explain that?
So really, like, I work in the quantum field, and what I like to think of as the quantum field, it's the field of potential and pleasure. Like, this is where everything is manifest in that field, right? And so we just don't see it always with our physical eyes, but everything is literally already there. So it's like when we have an idea or you have an invention or whatever it might be, an inspiration, everything is actually being plucked from the quantum field. And that's why we can have 3 people around the world right at that same time with the same idea or the same innovation or whatever it might be, because they've tapped in unwittingly most of the time to that field and they've brought it out. So that's where we work. Like, that is where you're able to shift timelines, because I mean, we're going in deep here, but timelines are literally like every moment that happens in life is an energetic timeline. It's like being in a different dimension. So if we want to shift from where we are, we have to move into another timeline or dimension. And the quantum field allows us to do that, because we literally are just aligning with our future self. We're just going, the future self exists there in that quantum field. And so I'm just going to align with her. I'm just like, you know, what would she be doing, thinking, feeling? I'm just going to align with her and I'm going to start stating that. So that's where the real magic happens and the real transformation happens, when we start really becoming aware of that. There is this field that exists. It is absolutely real, as science proves. And it really has this effect of being able to give us instantaneous results, like manifestations. That's when we get instant manifestation, and we just go, oh my God, how did that happen? Because we're really tapped in to that quantum energy.
Wow. Yeah. I'm going to do more research on this, because I just love hearing about that. Honestly, it's going to be like my pet thing, like to just go and do that.
Yes.
But just to finish off, like I hear varying stories about what someone should be doing on full moon and new moon rituals. They're very different. And the new moon and the full moon are, you know, like the great opportunities. I see it as full moon release and new moon call in, right? Am I right? Or what would you recommend people should be doing on these 2 particular days?
I do that the other way. So, okay. So new moon is, think of everything that's your shadow side, everything that's hidden, everything that needs to be released is sort of coming up to the surface. And it's just to be looked at and go, I don't want that anymore. I don't want to take this with me. You know, I really need to let go of that coming into the next month. And then full moon is like, think of it like a quartz crystal, like it's building energy. It's like this is like really buzzing. And so it's like, I'm going to call in now, like what I do need. Like, I'm going to call in my manifestations, and this is where I'm really going to get my mojo going, like, you know, and use my wild magic skills to bring in what I do need. So yeah, 2 different, both equally as powerful, but just a different energy. Yeah.
And Helen, like, just final thoughts, like what would be like 2 or 3 things that you can say to people that want to start a business, like in terms of like starting your own, meaning because this is your own brand, you've started this from scratch. If you had 2 or 3 ideas, and like, or even like any lasting thoughts on creating a shift like within 30 days, like what could people be doing or focusing on?
Yeah. And the most important thing is, I mean, what you've got here is a container, right?
Yes.
You're surrounding yourself with like-minded people. And I would say that is really number 1, is you need to start looking at, again, what you give your energy to and who you give your energy to. Starting a business is, okay, I need to surround myself with like-minded people who are on the same path, or who maybe are a few steps ahead of me, and I really want to, you know, soak in their goodness. That is a great place to start. And then secondly, you know, really start to think of forming some sort of structure or habit or focus for yourself for what, like a step-by-step plan for what you want to do. You want to get into your logical mind with that, and you want to just start going, okay, I need some sort of structure. And it might just include, like, you know, I'm going to meditate every morning, I'm going to clear my energy, I'm going to call in what I want, I'm going to release what I don't want. You know, it could be as simple as that, like starting like that. Just to get you going, and learn everything that you can, discard what doesn't work for you, and most importantly, follow your intuition. It never lies to you. It absolutely never lies. And a lot of people don't know how to follow their intuition. It's just that gut instinct of like, I should do this or I shouldn't do that. You know, it just feels right to me. And again, you can go in and you can ask your guides for that guidance, you know, like, tell me, I've got this question and I'm not sure what to do. Like, I've got to make this decision, you know, just give me a sign. And, you know, it might be 2 days later and then you get like, oh, okay, I really need to do this.
Yeah.
But you need to start bringing back your power to your life, and stay connected to you, connect to really high-powered peers, like people who are not in that negative mindset, not the naysayers. You know, try and distance yourself from those people, you know, and most importantly, as I said, remember your energy speaks before you do. So you need to become the person that you want to be in that business. Always come from integrity and love and open heart. You know, even like now, like before I do any sort of speaking work, I'm always asking that my energy is projecting love outwards. You know, you can set these intentions for your business, even if it's so tiny and micro small. You can set this like, I want to come from integrity. Every person I have a sale, you know, relationship with or anything, I'm sending love and compassion to them. Like, if that's what they want to receive, like really setting these powerful intentions for how you want to do business. Yep. And that's what I did before I even had a full business. I was always saying, I want to help these sorts of people. This is the person I want to be. Always coming from integrity and offering value and really helping that person in the best way that I can. And that's how I've been able to sustain a business, because I'm down to earth and I do the work. I'm there for my people. They think that I'm just, you know, a friend to them, not seeing me as like anything else. And that's how you need to be. You know, these are some great tips that will serve you well moving forward.
Amazing, amazing, amazing. Thank you so much, Helen. And guys, you can actually catch Helen. She's got a website, helenfernandez.com. And if you did want to actually book Helen at any stage, she's got a whole suite of services that you can tap into, and testimonials and masterclasses as well. And so, guys, please send her love. She's got a Facebook page, Helen Fernandez, so you can send her a message and tell her thank you so much. And you can start following her page if you want. But we might get you back, Helen, because Facebook kicked us off. And so I think it would be good if people can ask you questions live, which is what I was
that'd be great. That'd be fun.
But if we can get you on, and we maybe next week, when you've got some time, we can schedule that in and get people to ask you questions. I think they will absolutely love it.
Brilliant. Yeah. Thank you so much, gorgeous.
Thank you so much, Helen. Have a great day. I'm going to load this up on Facebook, and I'll let you know any comments or what the feedback's been.
Beautiful.